When two teams with nearly the same fortune meets in a football match, it usually explodes into an entertaining 90 minutes, and that is what we will be hoping for tonight. Kickstart Football Club take on Churchill brothers in an encounter that may not define who ends up on top of the table, but will certainly go a long way in settling who finishes at the bottom of Group B. And no changes for the southern side today. The new signing Dalima Chubert jumping through that great divide from Kerala to Karnataka, and Elizabeth continues to lead the line. She's been one of their best players. Bibicha in goal in the previous game against Odisha. She scored and keeps her place, and good depth in the bench as well. Babina Devi, Babita and Tanya, all of them capable of coming on. And three changes from Girija Devi from that match against CRPF, and her side did a commendable job till the end, and changes mostly in midfield. A clever decision. They got that motivation to fight from that game. Eyes will be on Laura Estiberio, Sania and Madhubala, how they interact with each other and how they create the space behind the defenders. Anila Barreto is an interesting option on the wings, and Karen Storiosio as well. Otherwise, it's the 11 on the pitch that will have to do the most of the toil. Bibicha will be the chief provider for the Kenyan striker Elizabeth this evening here. It's going to be a teamwork today, and Girija Devi was very keen in saying that her team has worked very hard with this combination and they are sure to deliver. Radhika Patel is the new signing and she is on the bench as well. Interesting how these two teams perform. Both the sides have tried to plug the gap with new signings, but it's Kickstart Football Club who seems to have impressed you in the way the new players have gelled. Churchill brothers second last in the points table, but a close game against CRPF might motivate them to put out a stellar performance in this match. And though Kickstart have restricted their team, and talking point on how Elizabeth has performed in the first two games, slightly lack of mobility such as Kickstart form. Their latest defeat came against Eastern Sporting Union, where they had no answers to their energy. And well, today's guest for VIP Handshake is KS Bharat, the wicketkeeper batsman in the Indian men's national team, and he is also named in the World Test Championship squad as well, to be held next month in England. And he plays his franchisee cricket for Gujarat Titans in the Indian Premier League. He has scored a triple hundred as well in the Ranji Trophy. We talk so much about the chance creation over and over again when we discuss the games. Players also talk about it. And there is filling in for the injured Rishabh Pant, a very dependable batsman at number 7, a keeper batsman rather. Churchill brothers are capable to getting a head start along with early acceleration. Devneta and Kavya are capable of equally unmistakable has been the wingers, and Kickstart FC have an impressive arsenal with the best talents in the likes of Asta Morao, Bibicha Devi, Saru Limba in their ranks. The fullbacks have been quiet so far, although the opponents have struggled to keep them quiet in the recent past. With so many factors weaved in, this match promises what the Hero Indian Women's League is all about: entertainment. Dalima Chiba is going to be the key player for Kickstart Football Club, and according to the lineup which is given to us, she is designated beside Linthoi Gambi in the heart of central defence. Bunty Sharma and Pakpi Devi on down either side of the defence. And well, the referee for today's game is Sen Hangma. She is from West Sikkim, cleared her nationals last year in January, and her two assistants Priscilla Tamang and Kiangte from Mizoram. And Dalima Chibar and Laura Stiberio, the two captains, as they get ready for this big one. Churchill brothers are one of the three sides yet to win in the Hero Indian Women's League this year. They like scoring first. Kickstart FC, they like taking control of the game, but they have also dropped points from winning positions in the past. Points which, if they weren't dropped, would have kept them in the second place on the table. Only got themselves to blame. Missed opportunities against Eastern Sporting Union, so they have flown 3 points away. The positivity is there, and we heard Chauba Devi talking to them before the game about how they are getting better each game. So each game comes the next game and they get better. So she will be looking for a big performance from her troops this evening. The team is creating the atmosphere to intimidate opposition. It is a long season, and Girija Devi seem to have set the foundation for long-term success, and that elusive factor that makes and breaks teams. For Chauba Devi, she's been clearly, and they must take advantage of the win against Odisha FC and build on that. Churchill brothers didn't play bad at all in that game against CRPF. They can cause issues and problems. The big question is, have they got enough in the tank tonight to go and get 3 points? And Kickstart will be tired from that game against Odisha, which was one of the most tactical games of the season. But Chauba Devi knows, she is an intelligent coach, how to get the best from her players. So Kickstart and Churchill brothers clash tonight, and difficult to separate in terms of recent football. And Chauba Devi is already dividing the season into quarters, the first of which she is yet to navigate very well. Her opposite number, Girija Devi, has already mentioned that special and slippery word in football, the process that hasn't happened so far, but the Manipuri has the charisma to change that. And Dalima Chiba knows that she wears her heart on her sleeve, and that heart so far has only been beating for Kickstart, so important to what they want to achieve. And Pakpi Devi, she's been converted to a fine goal scoring winger, and everything she's added to her game, that confidence, that mentality. So the loftiest dwellers, Kickstart Football Club, take on Churchill brothers today. There are several aspects that will arouse interest in the game, and Churchill are sure to go flat out to redeem their prestige. The tournament now moves to hotter climes, making life out in the middle far more tougher for the players. When the going gets tough, the tough are expected to get going. Which of the teams will prove this right will be known in the coming days. Of whatever little has been seen of the team so far, Kickstart Football Club have given the impression that they are out to make amends. Here is Chauba Devi, former assistant coach of the Indian women's national team, an AFC A license holder. She guided the Indian women's senior football team to an unprecedented round 2 of the AFC Olympic qualifiers. Churchill brothers are in dark. The red machines not in red this evening here, and Kickstart in green and white resembles Salgaonkar Sports Club of Goa in their kit colours. An early chase for Elizabeth. Can she get there? The goalkeeper managing to step in at the right time to arrest the situation. Yendrembam just leaving her mark when she was supposed to. This is Girija Devi Desai. She was assistant coach of Sirvadam Sports Club last year. Sirvadam represented Goa last season in the Hero Indian Women's League by the virtue of winning the Vedanta Goa Women's League. Kickstart FC on a high after their win over Odisha FC on last Sunday, and they will be looking to build on that success today. Chauba Devi believes that they need to better their performance than last year when they finished third in the Hero IWL. Having young and prominent players in the squad this season, they are eyeing to reach the final and win the title as well. For that to happen, they need to move the ball forward and need to get the ball out of this zone as soon as possible. A new role for Dalima Chiba in Kickstart Football Club. She primarily plays as a right full back. right at the heart of Kickstart's defense on a new role for the side from Karnataka, and a foul on Saru Limbu and a free kick in favor of Kickstart. Saru Limbu welcomed by Arpita with a biting challenge straight onto her ankle, and chance to make something of the set piece. Asta Morao on top of this. Very much two-footed Asta Morao can utilize both her feet with equal measure. Asta Morao floats it towards the far post. The punch is feeble from the goalkeeper, and Elizabeth was interested and goes out for a goal kick. It was Kavya rather. She was the top goal scorer in the Karnataka Women's League a couple of seasons ago with 23 strikes. This was the early chance for Kickstart. Looking for an early start here. Churchill brothers, and a bit of a pressure from the set piece, and not managing to clear their lines with confidence, soaking up the pressure, conceding another corner. This is where the Goan side proved their credentials. Corner comes in, swung over towards the far post, kept in play by Kavya. It creates room for the cross, and it comes, falls for Elizabeth. Still a chance for Elizabeth, and somehow not managing to find the back of the net. A glorious opportunity wasted by the Kenyan. Look at that, poor first touch. The number 23 was also heavily involved, Devneta Roy, and both the strikers on this occasion combining but not managing to hit the target. Devneta Roy from West Bengal. She played earlier for Shribhumi Sporting Club as well, a side that competes in the Kanyashri Cup. A former Setu FC and Kenkre Football Club player. Here's the skipper, Dalima. Made her debut for the national side in the South Asian Games back in 2016 against Maldives. 46 caps for India. She scored a couple of goals as well. The Churchill brothers from Goa will have a tough job in their hands to pull an upset against the experienced oppositions like Kickstart. The Red Machines have lost their first two matches, 0-6 to Setu Madurai and 1-2 to CRPF, and will be craving for their first ever points in the Hero Indian Women's League. Kickstart Football Club are 5th in Group P. A win today will take them into the top 3, level on points with Eastern Sporting Union. They've lost to Odisha FC earlier in the day by 0-4. A win here for Kickstart. They will occupy the 3rd spot on account of a better goal difference. Churchill brothers are 2nd last, and Celtic Queens FC are behind them. If they manages to win today, they'll go level with CRPF, just above them. The team from Jalandhar. 3 corners. Pressure moment for Churchill brothers. She will look to hit the nail in the head from this corner, the number 33. And it comes into the center. Gone through a couple of green shirts. No one managing to get that decisive touch. Puts it out of the danger area. And now a chance on the counter for Churchill brothers. Nicely done there by the Kickstart defense. Very tidy at the back. Asking for a pass, Divnita. She's been obliged. Elizabeth in the box. Behind her is the number 8, Sara Limbu. Finds Bibicha Devi. Bibicha involves Bunty Sharma. Bunty Sharma goes straight into the box. Easily defended by a dark shirt. Kusum was the player. Shaping up for a long shot. Deflection in the way. And that will bring another corner for Kickstart. Pakpi Devi with the attempt. The former Gokulam Kerala player, Pakpi Devi. She started with Kripsa of Manipur, the runners-up in the 2019th edition of the Hero Indian Women's League held in Bangalore. Sent in powerfully away from the keeper, comes right back into the mix. Shouts of a handball not given. Let's have a look at the incident. Just away from the near post, getting something on the ball, Yendrembam somehow managing to deal with it. Kickstart FC women's team won the Karnataka Women's League 3 times continuously back in 2018-19 season, 19-20 and 2021, which is the top division of the women's premier football league in Karnataka. And they've qualified for the Indian Women's League twice in 2019-20. They finished third in the group stage. They qualified again in 2021-22 where they finished third behind the eventual champions Gokulam Kerala and Setu Madurai. They directly qualified for the season as All India Football Federation decided to give direct entry to the top 4 teams from the 2021-22 season. Asta Morao was close to the ball. From the old guard now to the exuberance of the new, Asta Morao led the Indian side at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Bhubaneswar last year. And despite the side shipping 16 goals across 3 games against the world beaters Brazil, USA and Morocco, Morao proved to be one of the brightest sparks from that side, as one of the hottest properties in the game was roped in by Kickstart ahead of the season. This was Kavya cutting in. Her appeal acknowledged by the referee. There was a genuine case of handball. Number 24 is the player guilty, Sanatoi. Dari Machiba, her thigh heavily strapped, maybe coming off an injury table to get involved in this game. Such is the commitment. A free kick taken is high and over. It was never coming down. Too much elevation. Stuck under the ball, eventually ballooned over the top. Not managing to apply the right technique on this occasion. The Indian international. She will have a huge role to play in India's fortune in the Hero Gold Cup in the month of July. Nervy moments there between the sticks from Yendrembam. Look at that. It was an easy take, but closing in very quickly was Elizabeth. A slight curler makes a hash of it. Yendrembam just kept away for a corner. A goal kick, in fact. Laura Stiberio not getting a lot of distance on the clear. That will do for the time being for Churchill brothers. There's that ball played forward, tackle from behind. Tried to put off the number 13. Getting enough on the ball. It takes it all the way back to Maibam Linthoi. There is Asta Morao battling for the ball. A nice quick feed, and now slides in a pass for Elizabeth. Elizabeth is one-on-one with the keeper. And a brave goalkeeping from Yenrembam. Just takes it off her feet, comes out and smothers the ball completely. But what a chance here for Kickstart. Could have gotten towards her right, just a fraction too late in making that early decision. Elizabeth, and Yenrembam just comes out, makes herself big and spurns a chance. Flicks it over. Space down the left. Beats her marker, sets up Elizabeth, and Kickstart takes the lead. A well worked goal from the side from Karnataka, and is Elizabeth on the score sheet. A goal in successive games for the Kenyan. A beautiful phase of play from Kickstart FC. This time down the left. Marker left behind, almost setting up in a plate for the Kenyan. She says, thank you very much. I couldn't have scored an easier goal than that. And a gentle touch does the job for Kickstart. And an early lead here within the first quarter of the game. 25 years old, joined Kickstart Football Club from Royal Rangers last year. Played 25 matches for Kickstart, scored 24 times. That's how prolific she is. Devneta Roy was looking to pull away from her marker, got that completely wrong. Dalima leading the back line of Kickstart, known for her stamina and tenacity down the right channel. And now playing in the center. Again she is through on goal. Elizabeth, and this time a very vital touch from Yenrembam. Off her mark and getting a very vital block. Denies Elizabeth this time. That could have been two on another day for the Kenyan. Churchill brothers defense harassed and bullied time and again by Kickstart. A corner comes in, swung in towards the far post. Dalima went up for it. Devneta got in the way as well, which is why not been able to get a clear look at the goal. Failed to make a proper contact with the ball. The centre half disturbed by her own teammate. Driven backwards here, Churchill brothers. They can't keep their step up. Comfortable at this time for Yenrembam. Incredible distance from that goal kick. The ball is recovered in midfield. Played forward. Target was Madhubala Linthoigambi. By the virtue of bagging the Golden Glove last year, she got a national team call-up. Dalima Chibar is a national team regular since 2016, racking up a staggering 46 appearances for the Blue Tigress. A ridiculous 40-yard screamer against Bangladesh in the SAF Championship 2019 is seared into the mind of all the Indian football fans. She will have added responsibility this year with Kickstart, with talented youngsters to aid her. And Devneta Roy up top is one of them. She, along with her strike partner Elizabeth, has been the mainstay. So as Kavya on the left wing and Pakpi Devi. Bunty Sharma's corner towards the near post. The keeper was left flapping. Back-to-back corners. Surge after surge from set piece. Churchill brothers not managing to defend them confidently. Escapes away from the challenge, creates angle for the shot, goes low. And just a fingertip save from the goalkeeper. Cleverly done on this occasion by the number 8, Saru Limbu. Got the angle. The keeper just getting down at the right time and denying Saru Limbu at her near post. It was already going out, but still had to get her glove onto it for some kind of assurance. Can't afford to take any kind of risk. Nodded into a no man's land. That's going to be a throw in for Churchill brothers. Chauba Devi compared the young girls with unpolished diamonds. I've seen some girls who looks like they have the quality, and it is their job to spot them and then train them for the top level. And when they find a diamond or gold in their natural form, they are not as shiny, but you need to chisel and polish them before they shine. It is exactly the same with these talented girls. Few senior heads as well in the ranks. Chauba Devi, the only female head coach from the Northeast with an AFCA license coaching badge. The approach of identifying talent from an early stage and preparing them well ahead of the qualifiers helped them stand out. Talking about Churchill brothers, the squad is blustered by the likes of veteran defender and captain Laura Stiberio. They have also strengthened by including as many as 12 outstation players to their team. Laura Stiberio is the oldest player to play in the Hero Indian Women's League at the age of 43. Her eye-catching performance in the 27th Hero Senior Women's National Football Championship in 2022 are an indicator she isn't there to make up the numbers. Stiberio captained a young Goan side to a third place finish in Group C, and while it wasn't enough for them to qualify for the final rounds, but there was a lot of praise on offer, but that's now in the past. It's Elizabeth looking to make things happen up top. On the overlap is the number 14, Bibicha Devi, battling for the ball with Rebecca. Rebecca comes out on top. Another move developing, this time through Elizabeth. Places the ball into a central position and she lets fly. Parries it into the penalty area and helped out by Tavares for a throw-in. Saru Limbu from that sort of a distance, time and again testing the goalkeeper. This time Alicia Tavares stepping in to avoid the danger. Cross comes in, Elizabeth with a shader. The ball almost travelling towards the number 14, Bibicha Devi. Elizabeth could have taken it first time. Just a fraction too high. What a wonderful ball from Asta Morao down the right. She's been absolutely menacing so far in the first 21 minutes. A shot from distance, a great block. The Kickstart Football Club trying to win the ball high, closer to goal before the opposition gets into a passing sequence. They are trying to launch a counter press. And they will regroup and reboot from the back once more. There's that route one ball. Devneta chasing. Laura Stiberio ahead of her. Gets the better of Laura. Devneta plays it across. Elizabeth. Still Elizabeth. And she chips it in. A quality goal from the Kenyan. She is making every opportunity count for Kickstart Football Club up top. A glorious ball played across by Devneta. She beats the keeper, brings her down on the deck, 3 dark shirts ahead of her. Calmly places the ball. And look at that finishing, just chips it in towards the second post. Outfoxes the entire Churchill Brothers defense. And a high-class finish from a high-class striker. Kickstart double their lead. Here they come once more, this time down the right. And manages to grab it in the second time of asking. There she is, Kiyoko Elizabeth Katungwa. Her second season with Kickstart. She scored 6 goals last year. Churchill Brothers, can they produce something going forward? They'll have to wait for any such opportunity again. And up in the air, should fall to a green shirt. And not managing to win the header, Saru Limbu. A dark shirt, getting there early. Kickstart FC's build-up play starts from Linthoi Gambi. Churchill Brothers making for an early change. Maybe Tavares will be taken off. Karen is getting ready to come on. Just stopped in to bring in a striker, Girija Devi Desai. There's no point sitting back and defending. They'll have to come out of their zone and try and take the game to Kickstart Football Club. But before that happens, they need to stop this attack. It is getting from bad to worse for Churchill. And that was a weak try from Bibicha. Made her presence felt in the previous outing against Odisha FC. Pride of place and pride for state is a driving force for many players, young and old, who will play in Ahmedabad, whilst Tiberio has blown a standard existing notion. Just goes over. Fabricating this chance, Kavya. Keeper somehow deals with it. Just pushes it behind for a corner. She went directly for goal, Kavya. There will be another in-swing floater from Bibicha. And in it comes. Went towards the number 5, but the play called back. And this will allow time for the substitution to take place. Karen coming on for Tavares. Tiberio has blown standard existing notions of experience, edge and longevity out of water. Another long-time veteran, albeit on 11 years, her junior is keen to make a similar mark playing for a hometown club after a long gap away. The Bangalore-based has teams across all age groups and competes in the BDFA Super Division in the men's category, and it has the same in the women's category as well. And the club elegantly won the Karnataka Women's League, ready to play in the Indian Women's League. The club's effort to not view football as one gender sport has helped them take high strides further in the ecosystem. And that is why the flag went up. And the Kickstart management believes that the game does not differentiate based on gender. So why should they? Kickstart's academy has more than 200 students, and the number keeps on increasing every year as Kavya keeps on putting pressure on Churchill brothers. Uh, Almost picks out the run of Elizabeth. This time the first touch letting her down. An early cross from Bunty Sharma. A spelling danger time and again. Down the middle, Elizabeth. Not managing to hold on to the ball for too long, Churchill brothers. They give it away within fraction of seconds. Here's that crossfield ball. Kavya, she could be away down the right. It goes for the curler. Quickly closed down. And now Arpita at the center of things. Cleverly done there. Arpita down the center and offering a run from the right is Pushpa. It goes across and avoids the danger. Dalima Chibba in the exchange of a corner kick. So a cooling break here at the Trans Stadia. It's Kickstart Football Club 2, Churchill Brothers 0. Elizabeth with a brace. Two brilliant strikes from the Kenyan, and especially the second goal. The Churchill brothers have everything to do on the remaining 15 minutes of the first half. Things didn't work according to Girija Devi's plan. This is the first goal. An easy pickings. Saru Limbu with the assist. Beats her marker and puts it on a platter. Says a very good delivery, whipped in low and hard down the right by Devneta. Elizabeth, she's been free scoring this season, using her cunning in front of goal and placing it into the back of the net. Her third goal of the season. Dalima Chubat, the skipper, leading the chat. The Churchill brothers on the flip side have won the 6th edition of the Vivanta Women's League, while Compassion FC has secured the runners-up position. And the winners, the runners-up and best performing players of the league were felicitated during the closing ceremony. Sia Almeida from Churchill brothers, who was awarded the Golden Boot, and Dorothy Alfonso from Sinquarium SC was awarded the Golden Glove. Royana Fernandez from the Compassion FC was awarded the Golden Boot. Churchill brothers, first corner of the game for them. Ball delivered too high at the near post for Rebecca. Kickstart can pile bodies forward. And down the left, carrying the ball into the feet of Devneta through the middle. Bivicha, lovely give and go. An early ball comes in. Too much pace on it. Runs straight towards Kavya. Cleared away by Laura Stiberio. Now the Vivanta Women's League is one of its kind footballing platform launched by Vedanta in collaboration with the Goa Football Association to provide opportunities to aspiring women footballers across the state to showcase their talent and to support them to excel further in football. And between the lines, that's a clever pass away from one, but couldn't get past the second. A touch was a tad too heavy as well. This is Bunty Sharma. Goes direct, goes long. Elizabeth was the intended target. Stiberio with the clearance. Only as far as the number 15 up top in Karen. Now the wasteful ball forward. The number 8 getting the more touches. Saru Limbu. Interception from Dalima. She spreads it to the right. Kavya happy being on the ball, making up the yards, pulls it across, and the keeper just smothers it completely before Devneta could get there. A brilliant run from Kavya. The number 99 with a lightning pace from the right wing, causing all sorts of problems for the Churchill brothers defense. And now infield, all the way behind, Linthoi Gambi surveying the scenario, takes help from Bunty, gives it and up top to Saru Limbu, rides the challenge. Devneta takes it onto her stride and a challenge from behind. That calls for a card. Referee will have a word with Alicia. That was a challenge from behind. A reckless challenge on Devneta as she was marching towards goal. A chance for Kickstart Football Club to put the game to bed. And looks like it's the skipper, Dalima, who will be taking this free kick. Either it's the number 8 rather. Keeper fumbles. And butterfingers from Yendrembam. And a goal for Saru Limbu. She kept on trying and finally, and that persistence paying off for the number 8. I could have gathered it. Yendrembam tried to punch it. That was a clear collection from Yendrembam, making the wrong choice to punch the ball. And Saru Limbu adding a bit of spin on it, and in the process completely missing the trajectory, the goalkeeper. And it settles into the back of the net. A goal from a direct free kick from Saru Limbu. Kickstart Football Club with a comfortable 3-0 lead. Still about 8 minutes of regulation time remaining in this half. One more move developing, working the ball on the left. A chance for a cross, and it comes, and touched behind for a corner. Laura Esteberio with the defensive work. Seems like it's been given as a penalty. Oh, that was a handball incident. Rightly spotted by Sen Hangma. That was a genuine penalty. She handled the ball inside the box. An attempted cross from Pakpi Devi on the overlap, resulting into a spot kick for Kickstart FC. Is Dalima Chiba looking for her first goal of this new campaign. And Dalima Chibba stepping up and she missed it. Can you believe it? You do not want to be the number 17 from Kickstart at this moment. Went with her side foot. Hits the hoarding behind the post. Kickstart FC on a comfortable 3-0 lead. That won't bother much. Almost slipping it through for the Kenyan. A sliding tackle coming in from the number 10, Laura. On the edge of the area. Wriggling her way through. Devneta can pull the trigger. Still keeps hold of the ball. A free kick given in favor of Churchill brothers. Straight onto the number 27. Arpita was the player. Not a deliberate foul though from Devneta. She went to have a shy at the goal. The defender just got in the way. Even though it looked blatant from the naked eye, should be offside. A very close game as well. The first half of the day between Eastern Sporting Union, the former champions, and Kickstart, when these two teams played against each other. And that was Kickstart's opening game. Eastern Sporting Union winning it by a solitary goal. And gets towards the byline. This time in comes a quality cross. And no one able to apply the touch. And Elizabeth could have applied the final touch to a flourishing move. And not managing to do so, the Kenyan could have completed her hat-trick as well. Celtic Queen yet to open their account. And lost to 1-7 against Setu Madurai, who are topping the Group B with 9 points. They've won all 3 matches. And Odisha FC are second with 6 points from 3 games. And that's the number 8, Saru Limbu, with a goal under her belt in this game. And almost a turning provider from here on. She's got silky skills once more towards the left corner of the penalty area. At 20 yards from goal is the number 5, Asthamurao. On to the near side, Bunty Sharma. Should be easy for Yendrembam. Kavya is offside. Just straight offside there, the number 99. A triple threat for Churchill brothers up top. Devneta, Elizabeth and Kavya combining time and again. Devneta, surprisingly, she's been taken off. Replaced by Sonia. Ball clipped over the top, slightly behind Madhubala. Well read there by the Kickstart FC defense. Bunty Sharma looks up and executes the pass. In some space is Elizabeth. Can he get the better of her marker? Not quite. Sonia stepping in. Hot on the heels of the number 6. The ball bent in towards the far post. Just runs out of play for a goal kick. Slightly frustrated Bunty Sharma. Churchill brothers still in search of their first victory. Still in search of their first points on board. Takes it onto her stronger right foot and puts the ball in. Escapes the challenges. Keeping it simple, keeping it tight at the back. Kickstart. And the rebuilds. Bunty. And offering that run. Should have picked that pass out slightly earlier. Those are the passes that could prove to be a decisive moment. That could swing the way the game goes. And now the flag stays down. 2 waiting in the center. Went on her own. The number 14, Bibicha Devi. And there she is. A good chance for Kickstart from a sharp angle. The keeper was scrambling on her line. Additional time of 5 minutes. Wins it in a great area and squares it for the number 19. She had a clear sight at goal. Shouts of handball. The referee waves play on. Here's Dalima. Opting to play it short. A support arriving from behind in the form of Linthoi Gambi. The ball just escapes Bibicha. And now into the feet of Rebecca. And the number 14 stepping in once more. And she keeps going. And a brilliant challenge. Stopped on her tracks, the number 14. By Laura Stiberio. Perfectly timed challenge by the number 10 of Churchill brothers. Look at that. Got enough of the ball. A great piece of defensive work from Laura. Under pressure from Elizabeth. Almost getting shut in the foot. Alicia. A throw in for Churchill. Elizabeth on a hat-trick. Closer to her, Astamurao operating from a central position to accommodate that space on the right to Bunty Sharma. A flash stays down, she is on. Feeds the number 22, almost getting a lucky deflection. And it trickles out for a corner. Churchill brothers in 6s and 7s. A variety from set piece delivered towards the far post. Almost shaved the head of Kavya. The number 5 went with her left foot. Look at that cross. A telling delivery from Astamurao. The India sub-junior international captained the India under-17 side, which played in the under-17 FIFA World Cup in Bhubaneswar last year. She is also the brand ambassador for girls' education in Jharkhand. A couple of minutes remaining. A bit of interchange towards the far side. Then was looking for that arrowed through ball from the back. Interception from Kickstart's defense. There's that release. Kept in play. And now accelerating from the far left. Cutting in from wide position. Away from two. Sets up the number 5 for a shot. Astamurao. And Astamurao on the volley. Slipping under the defender. Falls for the number 22. She went for glory and she gets the result. Immediate impact from the number 22 coming off the bench and getting her name on the score sheet. And just at the cusp of half time, Kickstart Football Club netting in the 4th goal. The ball just slipping under Sania and falls kindly for Sonia. And then that terrific curler with her left foot. Just using her outstep. Keeper caught off guard. Having a dribble, a game between the sticks. Yendrembam, Yaifabi. And Kickstart goes 4-0 up. Here's offering that run forward. Elizabeth. Time and again, whenever she gets to the ball, tries to exploit the gap between the fullback and the defender by slipping the ball in and hoping for one of the wingers to make that direct arrowing run. And Hangma Sen has blown the half-time whistle here at the Trans Stadia. So at the break, it's Kickstart FC 4, Churchill Brothers 0, a brace from Elizabeth, and a goal apiece from Sarulimbu and the newcomer Sonia. This is how the match number 23 kicked off here at the Trans Stadia between Kickstart and Churchill Brothers, with Kickstart looking to climb up the ladder and occupy the 3rd spot. Churchill Brothers in a battle to survive relegation. An impressive start right from the off from Kickstart. Elizabeth scoring that goal. And the goalkeeper was kept busy right from the beginning. And this is how Elizabeth went on to score her 2nd goal, her 3rd of the competition. Kavya with the cross, just punched behind for a corner. And a free kick from Sarulimbu. Keeper making a mistake. Yendrembam just spilling it onto her own net. And this was the best of the lot this evening. Sonia's strike. And the first half has ended 4-0 in Kickstart FC's favour. When we come back after the break, it's the second half. Welcome back to the live coverage of the Hero Indian Women's League on the Indian football team's YouTube channel. It is the third and fourth game simultaneously of the day. Kickstart Football Club are up by 4-0 against Churchill Brothers at the break, and at the other game happening at the Shahibagh Police Ground where CRPF leading Lords FA by 5-0. And a kickstart against Odisha FC. What a big win for them. Big 3 points that has set the momentum, set the pace of their season. And Kavya has been absolutely treat to watch down the left in the first half. Churchill making a change. Barreto will replace Madhubala. A second Churchill sub. One was made in the first half. Karen coming in for Tavares. And we are underway then with the second half. With the team in green and white. Kickstart Football Club will be operating from the right to left of your screen. And the team protecting their goal on the left. Churchill Brothers from Goa. Bibicha Devi just controlling midfield for Kickstart. As for Churchill Brothers, no response yet. Failed to enter the final third. And Saru Limbu with couple of shots on goal from distance and managed to convert one of them. And meanwhile Elizabeth will be looking to convert this and complete her hat-trick. Angle was very acute, had to go for the cross. Comes out all the way to Sonia. She scored a stunning goal late in the first half. Kickstart reassemble in the final third and gets the shot away. Yendrembam this time makes no mistake. She will have to put that slumber behind her and start stomping again. Conceded a very sleek goal from Saru Limbu's free kick. The best chance in the first half fell to the Kenyan import Elizabeth, but Churchill, a keeper, pulled off a stunning save. The crosses finally started to find their mark, and when that happens, the chances starts opening up. Another build-up from the right. Bibicha's first time ball, close to the keeper, nicely collected by Indrembam. Again a positive start to the second half by Kickstart. They are not done yet, hungry for more. Churchill Brothers completely pegged back, and meanwhile they are dancing to the tunes of Kickstart. Flag is up against Bibicha, or hugging the touchline wide on the far right. The number 14. She played for Kripsa previously. And the head coach Chauba Devi was runners-up in 2019 with the Kripsa side that lost to Gokulam Kerala in the final. Churchill Brothers have seen so many second halves that have been memorable for their fans in men's football, because that is where you learn the trade, but it is the second half where they usually capitulate, and hopefully this time the women's will hope they can keep their heads in it. But easier said than done. This game is well out of their reach. They need couple of quick goals here to come back into this match. That looks very, very difficult. Dali Machiba getting caught out there. Coming back very quickly. She was slightly out of position. Nicely marshalled by Kickstart FC's disciplined shape at the back, and now brings the ball up top and plays in behind. And Kavya, can she get some quality in the center? Clearance from Laura, only as far as Sonia. Her rising left footer takes a deflection and goes behind for a corner. Bibicha, she's been Kickstart's primary provider and scorer of goals last season. That tells us enough about the creativity in midfield, but in terms of whipping those deliveries from out wide, a big job for the rest of the players. Back to the kick taker, Kavya. This time shifting onto her left foot. Closely marked by Rebecca. Support coming in from Pakpi Devi. Still keeps hold of the ball. A challenge from behind by Arpita. This was the tackle. A solid display from the number 24. Pakpi, the first touch, making her life slightly difficult. Dalima slightly advanced. Almost like a ball playing centre back. That's the most viable option of keeping possession from goal kick. And it's always better to carry the ball from behind if you have a ball playing centre back. Aiming for a probing pass, and Kavya is offside. Bunty Sharma in the first half bombing down the right, and a couple of good runs from Pakpi Devi as well, and down the left channel time and again, and getting into that offside trap. Kavya, a very direct attacker, likes to run directly at a defense. I saw her directness last season as well. Played very much as a centre forward during the Karnataka Women's League. Here's Elizabeth. And Dalima. Bunty Sharma. And Dalima into a crossing position. She's known for her pinpoint crosses. And this time, lack of height on the delivery, making it easy for Laura Stiberio. And Dalima gets another bite on the cherry. And this time, it's well wide of the target. The Kickstart FC skipper having a great game. Their defense yet to be tested. This was the attempt. Intercepted high. Chance for Elizabeth. Just went to guide that one towards Saru Limbu. Lost sight of the ball completely. And goes past one with ease, the number 6 Sania. She is up against Dalima Chibar. Forced to play it behind. Trying to get behind the Kickstart FC defense. Solid defending from Sonia. There she is, involved heavily. The ball is won back in the center circle by Limbu. Limbu slips it forward. Stiberio, she's got yards advantage and puts it into touch for a throw-in. The Vedanta Women's League 2022 kicked off on 13th November, and it witnessed power-packed football action throughout from 5 teams, namely Kelbia SC, Churchill Brothers, Compassion FC and Sinquarium, who completed in a double league format for the championship title. Getting in behind the defenders. That's a wonderful run. 2 waiting in the middle, the third one approaching as well. An outstretched leg. Saving grace for Churchill Brothers. Bibicha's crossing. Kavya is offside. The flag went up immediately. Here is Sonia. Relentless pressure from Kickstart. And Kavya slightly deflected. And the goalkeeper was completely flabbergasted. She was scrambling on her line. Attempt from Kavya. Took a deflection of a dark shirt. And the keeper almost committing herself. Just had to watch that and say a few prayers. Yendrembam. Kavya's corner. Who goes up for it, and almost a lucky touch for Kickstart. Another corner. And that was the incident. Just came goalwards of a dark shirt. And this time good pace on it, the goalkeeper. Just punching it behind for another corner. 3 corners in a row. Slightly limping as well. Looks slightly nervous, slightly edgy. Yendrembam ever since conceding that goal from free kick. This time easy into her grasp. Lentoi Gambi. And Dalima. Limbu. Quickly hustled off the ball. And now Sonia with the turn of pace. There's that cut back, and Kavya was approaching towards the ball. Her side-footed attempt just escaping the number 14, Bibicha Devi. And it runs out for a throw-in. And Kickstart has always been an incredible assortment of dedication and trustworthy people who have the zeal of hard working as a team. The reputation that we have earned as a football academy is well deserved, and that's the word from the management, as they have earned it after a lot of toils. And grateful for the belief and confidence the parents and the students have shown in the last 5 years, and continually do all they can to earn it. And chance from a sharp angle for the Kenyan. Just blazed over the top. Look at that. Almost within 3 touches, Kickstart FC carved open the Churchill brothers' goal mouth. A throw-in taken quickly. And dispossessed. Not managing to recover. Sania Bunty Sharma. She was forced to play it quick. A good pressure applied from Anila Barreto. And now Limbu with a powerful surge down the center. Picked up by Bunty. A lovely exchange down the far side. Asthamurao. Lifted the under 18 SAF championship title last year. That's a great ball. First time release. Not managing to find a green shirt on the end of it. A shoulder to shoulder from Bibicha. Support arriving. And now unlocking the right channel. And there's that ball in, and chance here for the number 10. Couldn't hit the target, Elizabeth. Great cross. Good shape. Nice angle. And the flag went up against Elizabeth. A good spell of possession. And great sequence of 3 to 4 touches before playing that final ball in the attacking third, tracking the run of Barreto was Pakpi Devi. Now Dalima playing the ball to feet inside their own half. Kickstart, a slow passing build-up from the team in green. Chibar into the feet of Elizabeth. Elizabeth continuing with her run, and Dalima making her way into the penalty area. Bibicha with the cross, lot of pace on it, not in play. And goal kick for Churchill brothers. Got to get those crosses right. She is getting into those positions and operating at the half space pretty well. The crosses are missing its intended target. And now on the ball, Bibicha, invitingly driven, and a low drive, and no one managing to get a touch. There will be a change from Kickstart. Aruna Bagh looks like will replace Bunty Sharma. And Elizabeth also going off. The number 7, Renuka, replacing her. Double change made by Chauba Devi as we pass the hour mark here. It's still a 4-0 in Kickstart FC's favour. No goals so far in the second half. All 4 of them coming in the first 45 minutes. This is how it all started. Elizabeth opens the scoring for Kickstart in the first half, and that lead was doubled by the same player. Outfoxing the Churchill brothers' defence. Time and again she kept them on their toes. This is looking good from Churchill brothers. And now Pushpa, she's got Pakpi Devi to deal with, and a comfortable collection from the goalkeeper Linthoi Gambi. First real involvement from Linthoi in this game. Skips past the challenge. That looked blatant. Referee says get up. Maybe she thought she went down too easily. And the number 28 now. Can she play in Barreto? A tad too long, that pass from Pushpa. Churchill brothers not managing to blend together as a team. They're running out of ideas and running out of sorts. Whenever they step into the Kickstart half and try to make inroads, and eventually they give the ball away to the team in green. That has been the pattern. Kickstart cut out the passing lanes into midfield. By making the centre very congested. Just squeezing every inch of space. The Kickstart FC midfielders. A great step in. And there from the number 30, Rebecca. That's a shoulder barge from Linthoi Gambi. Not a legitimate one. A free kick for Churchill. And going in tight on the number 14. A free kick taken quickly. A space on the left. There's the shot. Wide of the post for a goal kick. Churchill brothers at least trying to show some signs of positivity in the second half. One cross down the right and then a shot from the left. Absolutely nothing in the first half going forward. They have found it difficult to come out into the attacking half. Lost 6-0 to Sethu Madurai on the opening game, but put up a strong show against a very decent CRPF side. And that's cleverly done. And now into the gully for Limbu. Dug out. And there's that shot. Easy collection for Yendrembam. This time it was the number 7 trying to get in on the act. Renuka, who's come on for Elizabeth. Cross from the left. Could have almost diverted towards her own goal from Laura. Keeper kept her eyes on the ball. Kavia's delivery and almost diverted into her own goal by the number 10. Linthoi Gambi, supremely composed, a few confident touches. Dropping behind to receive the ball. That is always a good sign of a good player. And now Saru Limbu, she's got defenders on her heels. Renuka stepping in and looking for that dink towards the far post. In the mix is Kavya, lives it for Bibicha, and then the side-footed attempt. It's still on for Kickstart. And now Pakpi from distance. Just touched out by Yendrembam for a corner. From almost 35 yards out. And I think it was going out as well. Corner taken shortly. It's a great angle for a great delivery. Rose above everyone, Kavya. And a fine finish from the number 99. And 5-0 for Kickstart. A 5-star performance from the side from Karnataka. Look at that. A cross from Limbu. And a towering header from Kavya. Just stolen between the defender and the keeper. Lack of communication at the back. Makes perfect contact with the ball. And a great goal from the number 99. Finally she has found her scoring boot. Renuka. She's got a green shirt outside her in Kavya. Picks her out. Goes for an early cross. Bibicha's header. It's gone wide for a goal kick. And that was the chance, and Sonia was backtracking. The Kickstart FC, the club, wants to give an opportunity to the underprivileged to experience and discover the spirit of brotherhood, outlook and desire to dream big, the endeavor to promote football at all levels, schools, colleges and corporates. in the society and put India on the world footballing map is what the club dreams of achieving in the coming years. Managing a top 3 finish last season. Finished on 27 points from 10 matches. 6 points behind the champions Gokulam Kerala. Setu Madurai finished on 30 points. And urging for a cross. Easily headed out. And Pakpi goes for glory. Ambitious try though from the left full back. That was the incident. Sonia committing a handball. Just bounced off her feet and touched her hand. Kusum with the free kick. Sonia brought it down, but only for a dark shirt to clear. Uh, 20 minutes of regulation time left. Only one goal in the second half. Kickstart 5-0 ahead. They will be looking for more. A channel ball for Limbu. She's got a couple of green shirts to aim for. Lift it for Renuka. Renuka involves Dalima. She takes her time. And now Limbu will slip through for Bibicha, and she finds the back of the net. 6-0 for Kickstart. Bibicha with her second strike of the season. And a well-worked goal for Kickstart once again. They are operating as a well-oiled machine here. Now look at that disguised ball in from Limbu. Scored one from the free kick. This time turns provider. And Bibicha, making no mistake, gets in front of her marker. Saw the keeper slightly advanced and placing it into the second post. A cool, calm finish from the number 14. Deservingly getting her name on the score sheet. So at the cooling break of the second half, it's Kickstart Football Club 6, Churchill Brothers 0. We'll show you the goals. Elizabeth setting the tempo of this game. And just her outstretched right foot touching it in. This was a classy finish. A poacher's finish from the number 10. Limbu joining in the party from this free kick. And Nera from the goalkeeper. Butterfingers from Irendembam. And then that stunning strike from Sonia. Went in at the break with a 4-0 lead. And then a measured delivery finding Kavya. She rose the highest and heads it in. And this was the strike from Bibicha. Beautifully done by the number 14 from Limbu's pass. She's officiated the matches pretty well, Hangma Sen, as far as I've seen in this tournament. The most of the matches she's been involved went pretty smooth. stamping her authority in the game right from the beginning. More changes from Kickstart. Anita might come in for Kickstart FC. Job done by Bibicha. She will be taken off shortly. And now Pakpi Devi. A terrific performance from Kickstart. That previous win against Odisha FC and gave them the confidence. A lot of space on the left, holding her run, and then goes towards the byline and pulls it across. A fumble from the keeper, and that goal will be disallowed. The whistle has gone much earlier from Hangma Sen, and this was Limbu teasing the Churchill brothers defense. A foul committed by Asthamurao on the goalkeeper Yendrembam. The goal disallowed. Mona Lisa Devi will get a few minutes. Linthoi Gambi makes way for her. This is the perfect time to test your second choice keeper as well. Give her game time, keep her active. That's the right tactics from Chauba Devi. And Bibicha will make way for the number 9 Anita. She goes off. Scored a very fine goal. It was all about the pass, but made a clever run forward, Bibicha. And good weight on the pass. Perfectly timed run. And a cute finish past the goalkeeper. And once more they've given it away. Churchill brothers. Sonia pickpocketed the defense. Sets up Renuka onto her right side. A lot of bodies in the way. And now Pakpi. Can they cultivate something from this side now? Asthamurao. Limbu. Astham asking for the return. And goes to the center. Limbu spreading it out wide towards the left corner of the penalty area. She comes in field. Kavya sorting her feet out. Picks out the number 7. Renuka keeps going. Sells a dummy to a couple of players. Creates angle for the shot. She keeps going. Gets the shot away off the post. Still not cleared. And the ball has been nestled in from close range by Kavya. A powerful strike from the number 99. And a brace from Kickstart's left winger. A fine run, weaving away 5 defenders in that one sequence. Was the number 7 Renuka hitting the post, and then the rebound turned in by Kavya. Unlucky not to have scored from there, Renuka, but she won't mind as long as the ball finds the back of the net. Kickstart goes 7-0 up. They are not done yet. This time ball sent in towards Limbu. And a side-footed attempt goes wide for a goal kick. A slight stoppage in play. A Churchill player is down. His Kusum. Looks like a face injury. Hurt her nose maybe. Referee seeking for medical intervention. Asking for a change, the physio. And that doesn't look good from Churchill brothers' perspective. The last 10 minutes they'll have to play without their primary defender Kusum. Signals a change immediately. 10 minutes of regulation time remaining. Kickstart FC leading Churchill brothers by 7 goals to nil. Hero Indian Women's League 2022-23 coming live and exclusive on the YouTube channel of the Indian football team. Just goes behind Renuka, falls for Kavya, chance for a hat-trick. Just goes over. She's been threatening time and again in the second half. Few mazy runs in the first half, but getting involved more centrally in terms of scoring goals. Cutting in from the left. Now Dalima advancing into the Churchill half. And away from Churchill defence. And Dalima shot straight back towards goal. It's well wide of target. Kushum will be replaced by Radhika. Renuka shifting it on the far right. First touch for the number 9, Anita Kumari. Limbu. A beautiful setup on the overlap. Low cross comes in. And Kavya completes a hat-trick. And almost a gift for the number 99. And once again, the Churchill brothers goalkeeper, Yendrembam, with the mistake. A low cross from Anita Kumari. She should have collected it. Missed it completely. Gone through the number 21. Just squeezing underneath her. And Kavya was waiting at the back post. And she makes no mistake. Eight goals in this game. 4 in the first half, 4 in the second. Perfectly balanced. Pakpi. And down the line for Sonia. She's got Rebecca for company. Sonia towards the byline. Keeper once again skitters off her chest this time. And thankfully she managed to grab hold of the ball before it could get to Limbu. Having a nightmare this evening, Yendrembam. 3 glaring mistakes from the goalkeeper. Churchill brothers had to pay the price in a big way. Astamorao. Rebecca comes across to snuff that move. A controlled possession here from Kickstart. They're certainly looking for double digits in terms of goals. Oh, saw the gap brilliantly. And Anita Kumari is offside. Half a second late. She would have been on. Radhika will come on for Churchill brothers. The change in keeper as well. Ashika replacing The goalkeeper Yendrembam. Was expecting this change much earlier from Girija Devi Desai. I wonder why she kept her till the 84th minute on the pitch. She was lacking in confidence since conceding that goal from free kick. Goes on to show the trust your manager has on players. And gets a return off our feet. Another wasted opportunity from Kickstart. Limbo this time plays a 1-2 off the number 13's feet, and that was Alicia of Churchill Brothers, not managing to deal with the ball. Plenty of lapses from Churchill Brothers in defense. They've been very porous in this tournament, and they've conceded 16 goals with about 5 minutes remaining in this one. Will there be more from Kickstart? Oh, nicely done. Creates room for the shot. Takes it on as well. A limbo causing all sorts of problems for the Churchill Brothers defense. Look at that. Quickly takes on Alicia. That just creates that yard for the shot. A corner for Kickstart. Ria will replace Sania. Both the head coaches playing their cards. Corner comes in, delivered towards the near post. She'll go another bite of the cherry. A beautifully timed jump, this time from the number 29, but not managing to direct it goalwards. Aruna Bagh was the player. A clearance from the near post, and then Kavya this time getting a lot of distance on the cross, delivering it towards the back post. Aruna Bagh just heads it down and wide. There's going to be a lot of stoppage times as well in this game. We've had few stoppages in the second half due to injuries to players. And now Kavya, daunting from the left. A quickly tackle from the number 17 Radhika. A quick challenge coming in. Now one touch too many from the number 99. It will be a headache as well to select today's player of the match. So many contenders. Elizabeth, Kavya, Limbu, even Bibicha had a brilliant game as the Kickstart head coach Chauba Devi. So she will be extremely pleased with her side's performance. Cleared away by Laura. Renuka nods it towards Astham. Through the gap for Anita. Another vital block from Stiberio. Astham around. She's got quick feet. Astham. Wonderful link-up play from Kickstart. Just working the ball from left to right. This time Dalima plays it into space for Kavya to run into. Kavya takes a look up, cross is slightly deflected. Keeper with a feeble punch, and it almost went through. Host of dark shirts. It's just a block on the line, preventing the ball from going in. And that will bring a corner kick for Kickstart. And look at that very weak punch from the goalkeeper, Mona Lisa Devi. Ashika, pardon me. This time sent in with good pace, and on the turn, uh, Limbu doubles her scoring tally. 9-0 for Kickstart. Look at that cross from Sonia. Controls it. Opens up her hips and then finding the back of the net. A low volley fired into the bottom corner. Saru Limbu with a brace as well. Additional time of 8 minutes. Still a lot of time left for Kickstart. Just to keep adding to their tally of 9 already. Sonia twinkle-toed Rebecca. And now Anita Kumari is interested. Renuka joins Anita. She's looking very enterprising. Very energetic as well. There she is. Ball comes in. Keeper this time and gathers it with ease. There was that cover from Radhika. And almost a comedy of error from Linthoi Gambi at the Kickstart FC defense. Recovers well with a fine challenge and the first attempt on goal from Churchill brothers. A test for Mona Lisa Devi as well. Look at that recovery challenge from Linthoi Gambi after missing out on that header. Electric heel run there from Asta Murao, forcing that challenge on her. Corner kick for Kickstart. Quickly taken corner. Keeper slips it once more. This time the decision goes against Sonia. Still about 6 minutes remaining. Kahani FC, the side from Ahmedabad, will be in action tomorrow. Another Group A fixture lining up. Beautifully done. Disappointing in the end from Kavya. The offside flag also went up. Had a lot of time on the ball to pick out that pass, no one closing her down. A complete breakdown from Churchill brothers. Each and every department struggled to function in this game. Here they come once more. Kickstart. Can she get there first? Anita. She does get there first, but doesn't find the back of the net. An excellent ball, diagonally played in by Limbu. Picks the run of Anita. Just couldn't hit the target. Chance after chance for Kickstart. Again another build-up. Renuka this time towards the right edge of the penalty area. The number 9 steps in and almost sets up the number 22 from the cross. Chesting it down, but only for the goalkeeper, Sonia. Look at that. And maybe she wasn't expecting the ball to come directly at her, or wasn't expecting the defender to miss the flight of the ball. Chase on here from Karen. hardly been involved in this game. And the Churchill brothers attackers slightly casual on that occasion from the number 7 Renuka. Limbu passed the first challenge, and the second Limbu does all by herself. Limbu still keeps going. Got a foot in Laura Stiberio. Another corner kick for Kickstart. Just about 3 minutes left. Can they make it 10 from this set piece? Number 29, Aruna Bug. She's wearing gloves, the goalkeeper. So one of her teammates helping her out in terms of tying her laces. Corner comes in, punches it out to safety. Not very far. A fizzing cross comes in, heads it out to safety. Stiberio lacked pace, that cross. Linthoi Gambi. Oh, it's a fine ball. Flag stays down, cross comes in, diving header. The defender stayed with her. Very brave defending there from Stiberio, using all the experience in her locker, just blocking the tangle. Sonia went for that, a glancing header. Managed to get her head onto it, Laura Stiberio, before the number 22. Now another weak clearance, recollected by the number 8. Tees up the number 7, pushed out, and this time the number 7's attempt straight to the keeper. Just a minute remaining on the clock. This particular victory will do Kickstart's goal difference a world of good. It will take them level on points with Eastern Sporting Union with a goal difference of plus 10 if it ends 9-0, which means they will replace the side from Manipur to third. Will go level with Odisha as well. Here is Kavya. Radhika's clearance is incomplete one. Caught flat-footed Radhika. There's that curler. A brilliant strike from Kavya. That almost curled and dipped like a forgotten cursive and rippled into the back of the net with a finality of a full stop. Oh, what a strike. An absolute blinder from the number 99. Her fourth of this game. Taking Kickstart FC's scoring tally to double digits. It's 10-0. Half a dozen in the second 45. 4 goals in the first 45. And that's the full-time whistle. A landslide victory for Kickstart FC. And Churchill brothers are down in the dump. This defeat will take their goal difference to minus 17. And they will go at the bottom of the points table in Group B. And Kickstart will replace Eastern Sporting Union to third. And I think they'll go even as second because Odisha FC with a goal difference of plus 8. So today's victory taking Kickstart FC to second in the points table with a goal difference of plus 11. Odisha FC on 6 points with a goal difference of plus 8. What a performance from the side from Karnataka. The highest margin victory of the season. The last season it started at 12-0 And Gokulam Kerala winning their opening game. And that remained the highest margin victory of the last season. And this season, first time we've had goals in double digits. This is how Elizabeth stole the limelight in the first half by scoring a brace. And Kavya with 4 goals, and she went on troubling the keeper with her pinpoint crosses. This time Limbu netting in the third from a direct free kick. Almost a similar strike to that of Kavya from Sonia, but this one was closer to goal, about a couple of yards. And the first half ended 4-0. Started in the driver's seat. Astounding beginning to the second 45 as well from Kickstart. It took some minutes for them to get this goal from Kavya. The score line read 5-0 at that point before Bibicha making it 6-0, and she was taken off. Radhika hitting the woodwork, and Kavya completing her hat-trick. Then a probing pass from Anita from the right. Once again Kavya scoring with continuing with a rich vein of form. And this time it was the number 8's turn. Saru Limbu with a brace and sets up Anita with that low cross, not managing to hit the target, and Kavya in the end finishing it in style with this massive curler. She is today's player of the match. 4 goals scored and a couple of assists as well, and a check of 15,000 rupees handed to her. A memorable performance, and this will do her confidence a world of good. So full time from the Trans Stadia is Kickstart FC 10, Churchill Brothers 0.